There are so many pieces of technology we seem to take for granted, and one of the most incredible creations in scientific history was launched into space 25 years ago, and it's still having its impact felt today. Here to provide some insight into the Hubble Space Telescope and its mission over the last quarter century is scientist Kate Whitaker. How are you, Kate?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for having me here.
The Hubble Space Telescope is something that's been around for all of my life, and I think it's easy for some of us laymen's to take advantage and to take this for granted. But the Hubble, this was only supposed to be around for 15 years, and the imagery we've gotten from this thing is incredible.
Yes.
Let's talk.
It is amazing. It's been around most of my,
it's
been around most of my life too.
Yes. Well, so let's talk about the benefits that we still reap from this today, because again, this was only supposed to be a 15-year mission, but with astronauts doing it every 3 years, going in for some repairs, it's actually given us a little bit more, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's really been a story of perseverance for Hubble. It's had 5 servicing missions, the first of which Hubble effectively needed a pair of contact lenses to be installed so that it could actually see clearly. And it's taken 1.2 million observations of our universe, and we've learned so much from it. In subsequent repair missions, they fixed broken gyroscopes and instruments, and most recently in 2009, they actually installed the camera that I use for my research. And so all that I've studied in my career really wouldn't have been possible if they hadn't had this last servicing mission, which really almost didn't happen. So, you know, it's really been great.
I want people to grasp like how incredible Hubble is, because this is 1990 that the Hubble goes up. Think about where cell phones were in 1990. We think of the Zach Morris phone. How the heck did you guys make this?
Well, I was only 7 years old then, so I can't claim that I made it.
Okay, I was 6, so yeah, I'm with you.
Great. Yeah, no, I mean, it took a huge effort and a huge team of people to be able to put this together, and it's been a really long time coming. You know, it's started as early as in, I believe, in the 70s, really, that this idea was conceived. So, you know.
Let's talk about that imagery. We see some of it behind you right now. Some of the things, again, these photos that we were like, wow, that's great, but really we haven't seen these photos until Hubble came around. What are some of the most surprising things that have been discovered by Hubble?
So for me, I think really the most surprising thing, and also really intimately involved with my research, was when we took Hubble and we pointed at a blank region of the sky, and we just stared for longer than we ever had before. And what we revealed was tens of thousands of galaxies in this tiny region of space. And it was completely unexpected and so surprising. And from that, we learned, you know, we reached to the furthest distances in our universe and learned that galaxies have been changing and evolving over billions of years. So Hubble was made this happen.
It's really incredible. And think about like when you take a picture on your camera, and the longer you keep the shutter open, I suppose, the more you see in the darkness. Well, this is exactly what you've been able to do there. And I know the Hubble, and this is very sad because I love saying the word Hubble, but Hubble is going to be retired soon, and the James Webb is going to be going up. Let's talk about the James Webb and how it's different than the Hubble, how it's better than the Hubble.
Yeah, so in October 2018, which is really just around the corner, the James Webb Space Telescope will be launched. And so James Webb is going to be 100 times more powerful than the Hubble. And so, you know, Hubble is near and dear to my heart too, but James Webb is going to see in a new light and really be able to tell us about the first stars and the first galaxies and those first 100 million years of our universe. And so I think it's really going to, you know, as much as Hubble has really revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos, you know, Webb's going to take it even further, so it's going to be great.
It's really unbelievable, and I always say this when I talk about NASA. You guys do so much on so little. Your budget is so small compared to the rest of stuff in America. I think it's, what, the latest year was 0.5%. The stuff you're able to pull off with 0.5% of the total budget here in America is really incredible, and you and your entire team should be very proud of that. Kate, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here and to allow me to talk to you.
The sheer impact that the Hubble Space Telescope has made is really surpassed by few other man-made creations. Marvel at the amazing imagery that this piece of technology has captured over the past 25 years by visiting nasa.gov/Hubble.